week out from the convening of the United Nations General Assembly in New York. It is an occasion in which we are going to see the President of Iran, Mr. Ahmadinejad, in this country on our soil, with reports indicating that our administration will continue or at least sit down with in their discussions with a regime that we believe is up to no good and is involved in terrorist ways and operations. We're very concerned about that. I, for one, will say that I fear that the policy of engagement with Iran will lead us down a very dangerous path. We have seen in the past that engagement allows for Iran and the regime in Tehran time to continue its enrichment program. With that being the case, we are here to impress upon our administration to make sure that we're doing everything possible to apply pressure so that we can stop the pursuit of nuclear weapons by the regime in Tehran. That is why we're here. We are joined today by the former ambassador from Israel to the United Nations, Mr. Dore Gold.
Thank you, Eric Cantor, Representative Cantor, and Mike Pence, Diana Ross-Letnin, Dr. Pan, Tom Rooney, all members of the House of Representatives. About 2 weeks ago, a book I have just completed called The Rise of Nuclear Iran was sent by several organizations to every member of the U.S. Congress, to the House of Representatives, and to the U.S. Senate. And I just want to thank the members here who invited me to their meeting, for their gracious invitation to discuss the contents of that book, but especially the nature of the Iranian threat. Frankly, we are in a very dangerous position. I would characterize the current situation vis-a-vis Iran as one in which the time is 5 minutes before midnight. The International Atomic Energy Agency informs us, if you read its reports, of a steady growth of low-enriched uranium in Iranian stocks. Just from 2008, that stock grew from 800 kilograms to 1,500 kilograms last month. 700 kilograms of low-enriched uranium are the minimum necessary for further enrichment to produce the fuel for an atomic bomb. And therefore, just looking at the numbers, you see that the Iranians today have close to the capacity for 2 atomic bombs. Their missile program continues to grow and develop. And information that's available to the West indicates that the Iranians have been working steadily on weaponization and the production of warheads. But I'm afraid that people do not understand the gravity of the moment that we're facing. A nuclear Iran will put a nuclear umbrella over global terrorism. And if briefly I can illustrate what the problem is. In 9/11, the United States was attacked by Al-Qaeda. Al-Qaeda was based in Afghanistan under the Taliban. The Taliban did not have nuclear weapons. They did not have long-range delivery systems. And the United States, and with its NATO allies, could send a message to the Taliban and to all states that support terrorism. You attack the American homeland, you attack NATO allies, we'll take your regime down. And America went in. True, the Taliban went off to the Pakistani border, but you achieved deterrence vis-a-vis those states that are supporting terrorism. Now flash forward to 2011 or 2012. There is a nuclear Iran, the largest state supporter of terrorism. And whether it's a Sunni organization like Al-Qaeda that has sanctuary in Iran, or a Shiite organization like Hezbollah, which is an extension of the Iranian intelligence system. Either one, if they attack the West, can you produce the same deterrence you produced in the war on terrorism in the last 9 years? I think the entire equation changes and the world becomes a far more dangerous place. And that's why it is critical that the United States, Europe, Israel, and our Sunni Arab neighbors work together to do everything possible to prevent the emergence of a nuclear Iran. It It's our future security, it's the security of our children as well. And therefore, any measures taken in the West, particularly severe sanctions against the Iranian regime that have not yet been tried, these are critical steps that must be taken in the short term. As I said at the beginning of my words, it's 5 minutes before midnight. We cannot drag this out. Thank you for coming, and thank you for inviting me.